Vin on 100.1 Moose FM. And if I have the technology right, we do have three guests, not necessarily in studio with us, but in virtual studio. Today I have Asuncion, Annie Lynn, and Jim from Bluey Days. And the fun thing when you get multiple guests in studio is you say hello to everybody, and then they all say hello at once, and it gets a bit confusing. So I'm going to start with Asuncion, because Asuncion is our organizer today for Bluey Days. Asuncion, how is your day going?
Good, good. It's been very busy. We're excited. A few more days to go before Bluey Day.
Well, and just so people, organizing an event is a lot of work. And yesterday I got to talk to Asuncion. I have the ability to be the MC this year. I'm very lucky. And I called her late last night, past 8 p.m., and she was still working hard at organizing this. So, first of all, thank you, Asuncion, for all the work you're putting in. And two, for people who might not know what Bluey Days is or what's happening, could you shed a little light on Bluey Days this year?
For sure. So Bluey Day was started by the Fort St. John Hospital Foundation 21 years ago. People from the community register and they raise funds for Cancer Diagnostic and Treatment Fund of the Hospital Foundation. And we have raised millions from all these years that we've been doing it. And this year, although we all know that this year is a different year of doing different things, we are excited to have 22 participants on board. We have about six who are below 16 years old. And
Wow.
some of them have done this for many years. Some are shaving their head, and some are donating their hair for the Wigs for Kids program.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of those participants who are shaving their head, Anna Lynn, Jim has graciously said you should ask her first because I've done this a few times, but I'd like to get her story on it. Alan, I want to ask you: is this your first Bluey Days? I believe it is.
It is pretty exciting. It's going to be an interesting experience for me for sure.
Well, I want to ask why this year? Or why did you want to participate in Bluey Days? What particularly spoke to you?
Uh, it's a few years ago, the Fort St. John Hospital saved me and my kid from birthing complications. So I really would love to give back to the community, and it feels good to give back. And I'm also doing this in honor of those people that we have lost to cancer and to those lives that have been touched by cancer one way or the other. And also just, celebrate in gratitude for good health. And yeah, and I think I would like to thank everyone that inspires me and for everyone with big, generous hearts that support me in this journey, my sponsors.
Um,
And to those who are still wanting to donate, please feel free to donate to my fundraising page. Hopefully, I can raise $1,000
that's the goal this year. Is a
for
thousand.
my first time.
Nice.
No, my goal was actually 500, but coming on 950. So hopefully, somebody could top it up and make it to 1,000.
That would be wonderful. Is there a? I know that we'll talk a little bit about links and things afterwards. If someone is listening right now, do you want to wait until we talk about links after about where, or do you want to mention how people find you? You said on your Facebook site, or how and
Um,
we can wait because I know that Asuncion said she's going to post those links onto their Facebook
sure.
site. So I don't want to put you on the spot. But should we wait until then, or do you want to say it now?
You can wait until then.
Perfect. That'll be nice. It'll be a nice package. Everyone will be like, oh, it's open. I just want to say, Annalyn, as a thank you, I get to MC a lot of events around town, and Bluey Days is the one that I cry at all the time. So, and with the reason why you're joining in, radio is a fun medium because no one gets to see me cry until we do these things. So I might disappear and grab a Kleenex. So thank you. It's your story is amazing. Jim, no pressure, no, the bar is high. But Jim, you said you've done this for a number of years, and that's really special too that you've kept coming back. Why Bluey Days?
Well, I'm no different than anybody else. We've all know somebody, whether it's friends or family members, that have either gone through cancer, passed away from cancer. So yeah, I've had numerous family members and friends that have lost the battle to cancer. So it's just such a great cause where the money stays here local in the Fort St. John community to purchase the equipment in the hospital so that people going through treatments and stuff can hopefully get their treatment here in town as opposed to having to go to a big center, I think is super helpful. And yeah, it's just great to give back to the community for sure.
So now that you've done this a few times, Jim, my question would be, when they do it and you put your hand to your head, is it a different feeling each time? Is it shocking each time? What's that like when you realize you don't have hair?
No, it's awesome. I can't wait to do it. The only difference this year is it being in the fall, so I'm hoping I don't have to wear a toque for day one to stay warm. But in the past, I usually keep it shaved off for most of the summer. When it's done its normal day at the end of May, after doing it the first year, I keep my hair short now. I used to always kind of have my hair the length it is now, but it's been driving me nuts for about the last month, and I can't wait to get rid of it.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to look forward to seeing your bald head. And I want to jump to Assumption. Assumption, you've created the Blue Days is quite a community. Jim has been come back a few times. Annie, this is her first time. One of those community members that jumps in is Mr. Mike's, and you were mentioning that Mr. Mike's is going to do their charity barbecue again this year, but it might look a little different. I was wondering if I could ask about that a bit.
Yes, for sure. So typically every year, Mr. Mike's would have a tent, a booth at Blue Days, and they would have a charity barbecue. But this year, they'll still have a mini booth at our venue. And just to mention, we won't be able to have the Bluey Day at the BC Ambulance Services building. We just learned that the other day. But the Fort St. John Curling Club was kind enough to offer their space to us. So we will have the Bluey Day at their banquet hall. And so Mr. Mike's will still have a space there. Participants and their guests can still donate to the charity barbecue for a minimum of $5 for one classic Mike burger with French fries. And they'll be given a coupon. They can claim it at the Mr. Mike's restaurant. Due to the current regulations that we have in place, we won't be able to prepare the burger and the food on site, but they get their coupon and claim it at the restaurant. And other than this, the nicer thing about this, there's always a good side to all the challenges that we have now, is that this is being offered to the whole community. Mr. Mike's is offering this. You can order for pickup or delivery or dine in. You can call them. And so long as you order that Mike burger with French fries, 100% of that day's sale for that specific product will be donated to the hospital foundation. So anybody who is in town, you can call during the day from the time they start to closing time, and their staff and waitresses will have Bluey Day shirts, and we'll be talking about Bluey Day as well. So that's wonderful.
Mr. Mike's, wow, thank you very much, Mr. Mike's. That's incredible. As we could get a closer to the end of this interview, Assumption, talking about links and things and people, where do people go if they A, want to learn more, or B, donate? Where are some good hubs for people to click or explore?
For sure. They can always check our website, the Fort St. John Hospital Foundation website, that's first. And then like and follow us on Facebook. Our social media is very updated. We post all of our latest news and happenings in there. And after this interview, I will share this video clip of us, and I'll share the fundraising page of Annalene and Jim as well.
Excellent. I was
you.
going to say, we're so close to yours of 1,000 Annalene. I know that we're going to try and hit 1,000 at the very least, and Jim will definitely jump and help you because this is an amazing event. So I think, Assumption, did we capture everything? I mean, there's a lot more, but is there things that you'd like to add or?
Yes, it's wonderful to see you. I know I miss Dub on Wednesdays, but it's great to have you, Ted. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. And this is being the MC at the Bluey Days is always humbling. For those of you who we'll talk a lot more on the day. I'm going to burst into tears if we go too far much just because it's a lot of feeling and it's an amazing event. So thank you three, very much for joining us. I can't wait to see you guys in person. And have a great Wednesday, everybody.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Ted. Thanks, Annie.
All right, stay tuned. We'll talk a little bit about Blue Days throughout the day on News FM.